Greetings friends. In this video, I'm going to offer you explanations by Mithisicphephics for some of the many, so-called unexplained but real, incidents.
Very deep. Along with this convention, Did you guys hear that? It's weird. I've never heard anything like that before. Where's it coming from? Oh, that was a big one.
You see anything? I know it's coming from there somewhere. I don't like how close that thing is. Oh.
Should I get the kids in the middle?
These strange noises are coming from a large Arcturian mother ship, while hovering over various regions, collecting the equipment and materials. You will hear these strange noises when this big ship is lying next to your regions. This is the type of noise generated by reverberation of a portal opened for local transportation. When moving heavy equipment that is being removed from regional bases. This moon is not really natural. It is an ancient space station that is still in regular use. It is owned by a breed originally from what you call the constellation Camelopardalis. They use it as a warehouse for mining liquid gases and minerals, which are abundant in Saturn. They are also exploring minerals in your moon for a long time. They have large mining machines there. They export to various planets. They have a portal for transporting materials that you can look at. Saturn Space Station and another identical on your moon. Like a tower with lots of miles high, with an elliptical sphere on top.
And our job was to photograph with high-speed instrumentation every missile launch from Vandenberg going down the test range. They wanted to find out if we could figure out a place to put a telescope where we could get a side view of the missile so that we could see all three stages of powered flight. So I went up to Big Sur, California, up on a U.S. Forest Service road on Anderson Peak, and I installed a telescopic sight up there. The Air Force flew in a huge catadioptric telescope from the Cape. It was built by Dr. Walter Manning at Boston University. They put the telescope up there, and with that thing, which had a focal length of 2,500 inches, we photographed an Atlas missile raising up out of the fog cover and flying downrange. We got all three stages of powered flight, and as the dummy warhead and the package flew on down range, we were all celebrating the fact that we had seen the thing and accomplished the mission. When I got back to the base with the film the next day, I was called into the office of Major Florence J. Mansman, and there were three people in gray suits standing in there. There was a 16-millimeter camera and a screen set up. Major Mansman said, "Lieutenant, sit down and watch this." And he turned down the lights, turned on the camera on the projector, and the film came on. And I recognized it as the film that we'd shot at Big Sur the previous day. Toward the end of the flight, I was looking at Major Mansman saying, "Pretty good stuff, huh, sir?" And suddenly he said, "Just watch this." And as I watched, the warhead, the dummy warhead, the chaff that was put out in front of it as the decoy to deflect the Russian anti-missile tracking radar. Everything was flying along, and suddenly, in the same direction this stuff was flying at about 8,000 miles an hour, an object came into the frame, shot a beam of light at the warhead, flew up to the top, shot another beam of light at the warhead, flew around the direction it was flying, shot another beam of light at the warhead, flew down, shoot another beam of light at the warhead, and flew out the same way it came in.
Well, I don't understand. Why didn't you see this when you were shooting it?
Well, it was 800 miles away from us.
Oh, I got you.
Well, first of all, Major Mansman said to me, "What was that? Were you guys screwing around up there?" I said, "No, sir." And he said, "Then tell me what that was." And I said, "We got a UFO." And he said, "Lieutenant, you are never to speak of this again. As far as you're concerned, this didn't happen."
Yes, this is a probe, Pleiades, which are extremely fast, may disable nuclear warheads, as well as navigation systems. Even if the missile has already been released, it's much slow to our standards. The Pleiades are the responsibility of the deactivation of such weapons throughout the world. The Pleiades will not allow atomic destruction weapons, and will destroy all that is being released with them. The probes are hundreds of times faster than any missile you can produce. These probes can reach 100 miles per second, if needed. So there is no escape. There will be no other chance of them to again explode atomic missiles in Van Allen belt, or surreptitiously send another missile against lunar bases, as they did years ago. All your military installations containing atomic weapons are under strict surveillance. In that moment of possible events, Pleiadians are neutralizing the navigation systems of all these guns. The Pleiadian probes can disable the missiles well before reaching any target. It will not have that kind of action, because your governments know this as a fact.
Para que está ahí permanentemente. No, eso es en cámara lenta. Así lo registró exactamente así. Bien, entonces este es el registro original. Bueno, el fin de semana buscaremos mayores explicaciones con especialistas.
This is a probe Arcturian of pressure control that interacts with the boilers near the surface. Probes are large, 3,000 or more feet long. They are being placed in all large boilers that are erupting for a possible intervention, if the community Galactica so decides. These probes will be on standby for a possible use, if the board decides to intervene and minimize the tectonic processes. Similar probes were used in the Canary Islands and other supervolcanoes to prevent collapse so far. This probe was filmed by you for a possible error of logistics of some crew Arcturian, because they are usually released during eruptions with large emissions of smoke, as to go unnoticed. As you are watching, the tectonic movements began to emphasize in recent weeks, and volcanic activity is increasing together. When the pressure exceeds the inertia of the plates, and they start to move, they will stop only after all the pressure, to stabilize at a new context of retrofitting. Only Arcturian technology could minimize these effects, allowing time for evacuations more effective. So in the case of Community Galactica to assume responsibility for the planet, in this period of change.
My question to you is, are you seeing this? What is going on? We have a filament eruption going over what appears to be a black spherical anomaly with a twister tether. I have no idea what this is. I wanted to put the video out, take a better look at it, but just get it out there as quick as I could so everyone could take a look. I will tell you that it shows up better on the AIA 171, and that's with the gamma increased. If you pull the gamma back to the stock image, you don't see it as much, but it caught my eye to play with the filter, and when you increase the gamma, It's very interesting with that twister and the filament going over the black spherical anomaly. It is not affected. If that was something in the plasma field, strange that it would definitely be affected by the filament. So I don't know what this is. I want to look at it further. If you have any ideas, let me know.
Here, you are observing a rare moment. The great planet, Taos, named by you as Enoch, being directed to the beam of the sun, to charge its special atmosphere, i.e., shielding. It's an encapsulated planet. Its atmosphere can store enough energy for many years of operation. As a huge capacitor, Enoch, Taos, need not to be near any sun to survive, can survive in open space, due to stored energy. Its orbit will be set at lower impact angle, after adjustment of this solar system as a whole, during passage through the galactic hemisphere. Currently, he can be anywhere in the solar system, where it can cause the least imbalance. We do not know the plan for his position, because Pleiadians are magnetically maneuvering it, as they wish, and calculate. They have accurate control of its magnetosphere, and it avoids much less influence on the orbits of the planets, with orbits predefined. Its outer atmospheric layer acts as a force field, which can be activated to absorb light, turning it into a silhouette, a dark sphere, almost undetectable. Your governments have many pictures of him, just will not divulge to the ordinary citizen until find it convenient.
Vermutlich die verlorene gegangene Ladung von dem Zwischenfall, der sich auf der Bundesautobahn 81 letzte Woche ereignete.
This truck is being lifted by a force field. Is an example of how Pleiadians warn that they know what is being transported. Your governments are doing great activities using underground tunnels not to be easily detected in the positioning of these atomic devices.
Fala, filho da puta! Calma aí, mano. Porra, vai chocar o bicho, cara. Aí, não falei que ele ia falar, ô?
Yes, I know this light grey race. They have societies in Andromeda, Sirius, Libra, and some others colonies. They are very peaceful. I do not know which one he is from. There was a crash at approximately 1 year ago, in which some of them were lost. This must be one of them. I will verify. They are always here doing research. They greatly assist the research bases in the ocean. They do not communicate like us, need a translator device for that.
Please follow the links found in the description below for the playlists provided in various different languages. Cheers.